Joining me today, Mark Greenwood with Compeer. And Mark, let's talk a little bit about the last couple of years. It's been a unique time, not only in agriculture, but in every industry.
Well, it really has. I mean, I think if you all of us reflect back on what we went through in 2020, especially starting in March until today, it's been a time of uncertainty but I commend the farmers that raise whatever ag products they do, what they were able to do and accomplish. It's been quite extraordinary. And the general ag economy is actually, no matter which commodity you're raising, is actually done pretty well the last couple of years. So that's a very good thing to talk about.
It's very important, not only during this time, but every time, to have a very open line of communication with your lenders.
Absolutely. I would say the overall Compeer team does a really good job of trying to reach out to the clients that we work with, trying to make sure we can do anything we can to help the clients we work with, try to give them a good understanding where they're at financially. If they're looking at purchasing land, I think there's been a fair amount of land sales all across the Midwest especially. I think there's been pretty active in that market. In addition to that, trying to, where you look at long-term rates, I think we're in a really good spot to lock up rates as well. So trying to do our best to try to provide financial consulting for our clients.
And what are some of the products that you guys do offer?
So long-term rates on real estate can go up to, whether it's a 10-year, 15-year, 20-year, or up to 30-year fixed rates that we can do for clients. We can do a wide a range of products for clients depending on what they're actually looking for, whether it be real estates, whether it be for facilities for like a swine barn or a dairy facility. Unfortunately, to buy equipment right now is not really easy to do, but we do a fair amount of machinery loans. I've been talking to some of our FOs, and I think getting any type of equipment right now is, if you haven't ordered it a long time ago, you're not going to get it. So, but we do offer rates for that as well.
You mentioned the land. There's been a lot of land sales, and a price of land, it's a pretty penny these days.
Yeah, we've been asked, are we hitting a top of the market? I'm not that smart to figure that out, but it sure appears that we're at a high water point. Now, will we get some contraction? I think there's a couple factors. One will be what are grain prices going to do? I think, and in addition to that, the other thing we take a look at is overall costs of production. And the word inflation, you hear a lot about fertilizer prices being a lot higher. Rent prices will probably be higher next year as well. How much? We don't know. And so that might, and then if all of a sudden interest rates jump a bit, that could curtail what land values might do going forward in the future.
So best advice you can give to the producer or the owner?
Well, first of all, make sure you understand where you're at financially. Currently, it's kind of like you go into a doctor, kind of giving yourself an overall financial checkup, see where you're at financially. How much can you actually afford to pay for that land, and what that might do to your overall balance sheet. So work with your loan officer, and we have a great team that throughout Compeer that really tries to serve that client and then develop a product that best fits your needs. And but first of all, make sure you work with your local financial officer.
And as we're getting to the end of the year and you're looking at what those rents are going to be next year, have that open conversation with the renters and the owners.
Absolutely, and I think the main thing any farmer can do is make sure they have a really good relationship with their landlord. And I think that's imperative.
Mark, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mark Greenwood with me with the Compeer from the Alpha Ag Network. I'm Courtnay Doyle.